guys, how are you? Welcome to the video. I am CA Viraj. Today we are meeting here for the purpose of one of the very important purpose, that is, sir, how do we read the CA Intermediate Auditing? How do we remember it? How do we go for the examination with the right strategy? How do we score the exemption? How do we score 70 plus marks in the CA Intermediate Auditing? Which chapters has to be studied on a priority basis? Which chapters has to be kept at the end? How do we tackle this, sir? The biggest problem which we have in case of auditing is how do we remember it? Is there any one Brahmastra to remember this? Yes, there is a Brahmastra. That was a Brahmastra for me. I don't know for you people. So if you follow the strategy like what you feel comfortable, you will definitely get it like a Brahmastra. But this is one common strategy which I always observed. This was my strategy which I used to give it in the class, and my students also followed the same strategy and they also got the results. And I am sharing the same strategy which I followed when I was doing my CA Inter and CA Final. The same thing, which I am sharing it with you people also. So if you find this useful, please make use of it and ace your examination. So to begin with the video, I am telling like a step-by-step process, beginning till the end. So how and what should be done for the purpose of like this we complete the audit and we get out of the course. So if you look at the recent papers in auditing, it is not almost direct questions. It is more of application oriented thing the institute is shifting. So what is the format to write, remember all those things in the examination? So that is why I am making this video for you people. So make use of this. So let's begin this. So the first things first. See, I am making this video for everybody who is either joined CA Intermediate classes now, or the persons who are completed the classes of CA Intermediate, who are yet to whose exams are pending in the near course. So this is a common strategy for all. So you can make sufficient modification suiting to your needs, suiting to your timetable, all those things. So this is what I am here to share. The first thing is, sir, can I do the self-study of auditing? Yes, definitely you can do, but we are not sure about the result which you are going to get in the examination. So if you can afford to spend some amount of money, because the classes are so affordable in nowadays, so you can spend some 7,000, 8,000, 5,000 plus amount, then you can easily get the access to some good classes. So either you can take classes from us or you can take classes from anybody. So all the things are a qualitative manner. The first thing is, I suggest you to watch all the classes. Watch all the classes. Sir, I feel so bored to watch the auditing class. No, there is no other option. If you have any other option, please let me also know that. So I suggest you there is no other option. You just have to watch all the classes. First, complete all the 100% of the classes. Sir, how do I complete 100%? Just like start, begin, listen, then continuously keep on rolling daily 10 hours of things. No, you don't do this, because this is one of most practical subject in the CA Intermediate as well as CA Final curriculum. So try to watch the classes on a frequent interval basis, not like on a continuous one board, 3 hours class, 6 hours class, 9 hours class, continuously a single day watched, again next day no. Try to have the consistency of things. Sir, when should I watch this class? Sir, if my exams are due in May, when should I complete the classes? Or if my exam is due in January? So I suggest you, see, whenever you are reading that all the 6 papers, I am not using the 6 subjects, I am telling the 6 papers, you have the 6 papers to study. So you try to, if you are ready to take some chance, or if you can take some risk with respect to that also, try to have this audit subject almost at the end of the curriculum. When I say almost at the end of curriculum, I always suggest for you people who are writing both the groups, at least have 4 months of gap from the class completion date till the exam date. At least you have some 4 months of sufficient, 3.5 4 months of sufficient time to revise and give some mark papers, all those things. So I suggest to keep this paper at the end. That means by the completion of all the 5 subjects, you might be having still 4.5 months and time, then you can start this subject continuously and gradual. So on a daily basis, consider this on an average time, this subject will be around 90 to 100 hours of the content which is available in the classes. So on a daily basis, take for 3-4 hours of class and revise it for some 2-3 hours of time, same thing which is happened in the same day. Then keep on doing it for some 20-25 days, so that you will get completed by this thing. Sir, why it is at the end? Because I have seen the people who completed, for example, if the exams are due in January, they start preparing, attending the classes 1 year before. Because the classes will run for around 7 months, 6 to 7 months depending on the classes. So once they complete it, then maybe February if they start again, by August, September they complete it, then October, November, some 2-3 months of time they try to keep it. So I suggest you, if you already completed in the month of, consider March, the audit subject, you have to carry the same content for almost 10 months in your head. Continuously keep on revising, keep on revising, keep on revising. That creates some sort of frustration in you people. Because you feel like, sir, I read, I revise, I write, I redo everything, but I am not able to recall it. So that is why try to make sure that all the 5 subjects are completed in a good amount of time. Then last subject you do it in this thing, because the lesser the time you have for the examination and you are doing this, it is a fresh subject for your in your mind for examination. And as and when you complete some 30 days, you still left with some 2.5 months of time. Continuously revise on a daily basis. Whatever the classes you are seeing, the same time you keep it for audit revision. So that the 2.5-3 hours of schedule for next 2.5 months will be continuous. The remaining subjects anyway you might have already done, because when you are watching 3-4 hours of classes, audit classes, remaining some 8 to 10 hours of time or 8 to 9 hours of time, whatever we have, you revise, keep on revising the other subjects. So that is why I always suggest you to complete the classes. If you are taking online classes, either from us or from anybody, try to have this at the last of the subjects. No sir, I like audit so much, I am liking it from the beginning. It is up to you, can take a chance. That's why I told it is a common strategy which every time it happens. So you can make corrections according to your needs. So that suits you. So this is first thing. So whenever you complete the class and whenever you want to read and revise, 2 things happen. Whenever I am talking about the first read part, then try to read from main material of the class. Main material of the class. So what is main material of the class? Whatever the thing or whatever the book which is taken by the faculty for the purpose of teaching you in the class. What are the things you are highlighting, underlining, writing some meanings here and there? That book only you have to read the first time. Complete the class, consider done the 3 hours of class, read it from the same material. You completed the entire class, for the first time you read it from the same material. Why? You will understand whenever you are reading that. Once you do that, reading from the class, main material, try to see that if there is anything, consider there is one essay which talks about analytical procedures, essay 520. So whenever you feel something, I am not able to understand what is this word, what is this line, what is this paragraph that is talking about, try to have some thing writing in your own language. Writing in your own language. Sir, why this? Can you use the own language in examination? No, definitely not. But for the purpose of understanding and remembering, that is very useful. Because English you can't mug up all the entire material. That is impossible, next to impossible. Or I can call it as still impossible only. So try to write some, take something and write here and there, one paragraph, other paragraph. This paragraph talks about this thing, this paragraph talks about this thing, this essay talks mainly about this part. So try to write those things in your own language. Once you write those things in your own language, whenever reading, whenever you are revising, that makes you very comfortable with respect to the content. You don't need to stress so much for the purpose of getting those contents again in your head. So then next, once you are writing that in your own language, which is very easy for you to recall, then once you do a chapter, this is one common strategy which is followed for all theory subjects. Once you do a chapter, consider you did one chapter called as audit of banks. Immediately after the doing audit of banks, you try to go for solving question bank. Solving question bank, because I am talking from our students' point of view, because in our class we definitely immediately at this chapter we solve continuously that question bank. I suggest all the people to go for solving the question bank. You did bank auditing. If you feel bank audit is too big, you divide that into regulatory structure part, that what is NPA, how do they create NPA, different types of loans, advances, IRAC, norms, all those things, and audit related procedures, reporting part, and a second part. So you complete the first part, you do the questions related to first part, again you complete the second part, do the questions related to the second part. So question bank, or you can go for ICAI material also has some inbuilt exercises questions. Again they have some practice questions, they have some examples also. Go through all those things. Question bank. Sir, what is the speciality of your question bank? See, our question bank is not special. We segregated the question bank on a chapter wise basis. Chapter wise, we have divided that into, okay, whenever we get a question paper, or ICAI conducts an examination, or RTP, MTP, all those things we try to segregate immediately and we try to add it for our question bank. So our question bank is nothing but it is chapter wise question of all the auditing, which consists of RTPs, MTP and previous year paper. We just segregate and we keep it. It is 100% in line with ICAI. We never diverted from here and there. Only for the purpose of examination we prepared the question bank. So with a 100% focus on exam only, that is there. Chapter wise question bank. So this is the next point. And whenever you are reading and whenever you are revising, try to whenever you are doing this question bank, there will be question bank. In the question bank, there will be two things. One is the questions, one is the answer. One is the question as well as one is the answer. Whenever you are doing the questions, see the question, read the question, don't directly read the answer immediately. Sir, why? Because whenever you see that question, just immediately before seeing the question, you might have completed the chapter. Once you complete the chapter, see the question, close your eyes, try to think that question is talking about which essay. What are the different types of essays that are linked? Is there Companies Act reference given? Is there any Caro reference given? Is there any other things are given? Are there any multiple standards which are reference are given here? Try to think from your mind, because the only thing which you carry to your examination is your mind. You can't carry the material, you can't carry a mobile, you can't carry something else. So try to give more work to your brain. Try to recollect, put more efforts. So that is why I tell, see the question, close the eyes, try to think about the answer, compare that answer with the suggested answer which is there in the question bank. Then if you can make sure that almost it is matching, then that is good to go, because you are still reading it. Then revision will come, then again will come. Other things. One of the very important thing for you people is that, as I told, the same things I will write it for your noting down, or this, link the provisions, or I can call it as content, with the respective provisions. That is maybe essay, that is maybe Companies Act, or something else, anything whatever you are reading. So try to have that thing. And whenever you are reading, try to remember all the standard numbers and standard names. That is very important. That will also have some weightage as well as marks in the examination. Don't ignore that. Once you do that, then very important thing people face a difficulty in is, sir, I read it, I understand it, I feel like I remember that, but when I see the question and when I have the answer paper to read, I will not get anything. I won't able to write it. How do I tackle that? For the purpose of doing that, one of the very important thing which every student does, even we also suggest to do, is writing practice. Writing practice you have to do. So what is writing practice? See, we in our question bank almost some 400, 500 questions, 450 questions are there. I am not asking you to do all the questions writing practice. I am trying to tell that if there are some 20 questions in a single chapter, take some 4-5 questions which are very important and start writing. Writing means, again, see the question, think, give work to your mind and write it, compare with its suggested answer. Writing is very important, because you should make all the mistakes while you are reading, not in the main examination. That is what our purpose is. That is why we always suggest and emphasize in the examination, mock examination as well as in the writing of class also writing practice, write here, write here, write here. So writing practice is very important. So in general, you have to first read, understand the things, then revise it, then do the writing practice. It is like a reading, revising plus writing practice. It is not RRR, it is RRW. Sir, why we should do the writing practice? Again, I'll try to convince you with some other reasons also. First thing is that makes you writing speed bit faster for the purpose of that. Then the very important thing is for time management. That is very important for you people in the examination, because we have only 180 minutes. In that, out of which you have to use the time for this thing MCQs part. Again, you have to give the time for descriptive part. When I say descriptive part, how much content, how it has to be written, everything is there. So that is why if you look at the MCQ paper is double the length of the descriptive paper. 30 marks paper is double the length of 70 marks paper. Institute is trying to make sure that you are wasting so much of time reading the MCQ paper itself. That is why I always tell that try to go for writing practice, so that you are good at writing. You immediately can start writing when you get the paper in the initial stage, first instances. How do I attend the paper? We will see that later. So writing practice, you can manage the time, because out of 180 minutes, some 40 minutes you have to keep it for MCQ part. Once the MCQs are over, remaining time is maybe 140-150 minutes. Out of that, again you have to read the question paper wherever the time is required. Again, if it is for 10 marks question, 10 marks questions are not there. If it is for 5 marks question, you have 7 minutes to read, understand, write, complete, go to the next question, again think, again read, again everything. This process is to continuously happen for the 3 hours. That is like very regressive time which you have, and you have to utilize it in an optimal manner. You can't go and tell that, sir, directly I'll write in the examination. That becomes your mock examination. Don't do that. It is better to do all the experiments before going for the examination and go like ready for examination. Go there, get the things, write the answer, clear the thing. So make sure that writing practice is very important. Whenever you write it, one very important thing I try to give is, try to match your answers with the suggested answers given by ICAI. When you do the writing practice, consider you have written one question was there. For example, essay 500. What are the methods available for audit evidence? Either you can do observation, inquiry, recalculation, reperform. Some 7 points are there. Whenever you are writing that 7 points, explanation is also, you keep on writing some 2-3 lines. Once you write that explanation, once you write that introduction, once you write the conclusion, close the thing. Take your open written answer, compare it with the suggested answer, not the RTP answer, not the MTP answer. I am talking about the suggested answer. That is better, because ICAI follows the suggested answer for the purpose of scheme of evaluation. Once you do that, compare. Is it matching? Is there so much of gap? And you will understand whenever you do the chapter wise questions in our question bank. This is again chapter wise thing. You will understand. Oh, this concept I know very well, this concept I don't know, because of which you mark that question, you mark that concept, again you read it, so that entire chapter is also done, concept is also done, questions are also done, writing practice is also done while you are doing all these things. So next thing is match. You can match the answers with suggested answer of ICAI. Anyway, our answer is also suggested answer of ICAI only, there is nothing else. So you have to do this. Once you complete all these things, so how do I write the answer? Again, mainly audit paper is also one of the theory paper which has the different types of question. Case study based question, not talking about the MCQ case study, I am talking about the descriptive questions based on cases. They wanted to appoint, they are implemented some controls, that control including this thing, all those things they are asking. So case based questions. If it is the case based question, you have to write the answers in the format of, generally we follow this for all the theory subjects, PFC format: provision, facts and conclusion. Provision is like whatever the essay is talking, whatever the Companies Act is talking, section 143 part, whatever the CARO is talking, you write the entire provisions in the provision, entire content, main content, bare content in the provision. Then in the second paragraph, in the facts paragraph, try to write the questions in a summarized manner. In the given question, so and so is happening, that is what it is there. After that, you try to give the conclusion based on the above provisions. In the given case, this is what the what it has to be done, but the answer, what is this, route taken by the company or route taken by the auditor is not right. It is not in line with the respective standards or respective provisions. So it has to be done. So try to answer this in a PFC format. In practicing also you do it, because our answers also we are doing in the same way in the class. So you make sure that once you complete that, reading and all those things, the ultimate thing which you have to do for the last part is the revision part. Again, after the reading, keep on revising. Sir, how do I revise? Revision again with the concept book and as well as question bank, but I can give some order. See, it is not like, sir, I want to complete the difficult topics in the beginning, again I will go for easy topics. One problem which happens with respect to that is, you start reading the difficult topic, but whenever if you don't get it in the beginning phase, you feel like, sir, I am not getting, leave it, this chapter, leave this subject only, leave this course only, don't do it. That is why I always suggest for you, like you people is, start with the easy chapter, start with some fundamental chapter, basic chapter. Again go for one more easy chapter. When you are having that grip, when you are having that grip in the exam or subject, then you start introducing one difficult chapter, one easy chapter, difficult, easy, so that again graph goes up, again comes down, goes up, comes down. That will be again on some average level, you will get it completed. So what is the order of studying of this subjects? I suggest, I feel from the examination point of view also order, you start with first basic part. Sir, what is basic? The meaning of audit, all those things, is, objectives, some basic content is there, fundamental chapter we call it as. Try to go with that basic part. After reading that basic part, go for first chapter, NOS audit, nature, objective and scope of audit. After that, do the chapter 2 if you are okay, because that is also a simple chapter which is having highest weightage, planning, program and all those things. You do that. Once you do that, immediately you go for chapter 6. That is a single standard which you can do it immediately. After that, you go for chapter 11. That consists of ethics and the terms of engagement part. So if you complete all the simple things, I call it a simple part and very highly weighted. It is like you completed some 30% of the concept as well as questions from the examination point of view. Around some 30-35 marks has been secured. After you read that, try to introduce some lengthy and bit tricky concepts, chapters like chapter 4 you go. After that you go for chapter 7. After that you go for chapter 8. All these chapters are very lengthy chapters which consist of multiple standards. That is 500 series are also there here, some 265, 260. Again other things, 700 series also there here, 600 is also there. So try to do it. After this, go for chapter 3. I suggest to take chapter 3 not entirely, because it is so much of technical content, so much of lengthier content. The amount of efforts you are required to put there, because we are commerce students, that I can feel, you can also feel that, connect to it. So you better divide the chapters into 3 things, because that chapter consisting of 3 things. One is risk assessment, again other thing is internal controls, and the ultimate boss is automated environment type of audit. So you keep that maybe automated environment at the end, you maybe don't touch it also. Read that 315 risk assessment, audit risk part, internal controls, safeguards to internal controls, all those things you try to read it. So that when you do that, again some 40% of the syllabus is also done. Then again lastly, on a third phase, you go for chapter 10. Then last is chapter 5 and chapter 9. This is what you have to, I suggest to go on this order, because this chapter 5 and 9, one is financial statement items, second one is different types of entity, is also still having a weightage of around 20 marks, 20 to 22 marks. This bank audit is also having some 8 marks of weightage, around 30 marks also there here. So, but it is too much of lengthy and dry content. You have to read and remember. Concepts are very less here. So that is why I keep all the 3 chapters at the end. So if you need any help in this chapter wise revision, all those things, we have uploaded our chapter wise revisions in the YouTube. I will be giving the link in the description of this video. You can refer those videos so that it will be helpful for you people. Once you do this revision in this order, then ultimate thing which we have to do is write at least 2 mock papers. Write at least how many mock papers? 2 mock papers. Because writing the mock is very important. You can't make your main exam as your mock examination. You should be very strong enough to complete all the things, like you should be, as I told you, you can manage the time, you can write the answers, everything, and you make sure that 180 in the 180 minutes you are completing 100 marks of the paper. I can attend all the entire paper. So that, sir, how do I write the mock paper? It is up to you. But we also offer a very unique type of tests here. We have a, if you can visit our center also here. One is in Malleshwaram, one is in Baswangudi, or again one is in Kengeri. You can come anywhere. We have a classroom setup that is mainly dedicated for exam. That like I say exam environment, we try to conduct in such a way that there is sufficient gap. Again, we start exactly exam at 1:45, give the question paper, give 15 minutes reading time. Immediately at 2 o'clock, give the answer paper, collect exactly at 5 o'clock. There is some invigilator to oversee all of your writing part. So all these things are being curated for the purpose of helping the people like you. So if you really don't have such kind of environment at your home or anywhere, you can make use of this. You can visit our branches, you can contact us, if the details are given here in the description part. Along with that, no sir, we have environment, a good environment, we have a separate room in the home, or we can write in some other places. Then again we have very unique things which are there for you people is, we have a separate website and separate application for you people for the purpose of taking the test. And once you take the test, sir, how do I submit it? Where do I submit it? When do I get the papers? Do I get the evaluated paper? Do I get the suggestions? All those things are taken care by us. Within 2 to 3 working days, whatever the answers you submit in a PDF form or some other image form in the website, our application, in 2 to 3 working days, you will get the answers along with why you like lost the marks in some paper, on some question, why did you gain the entire or 90% of the marks in some questions, what is the reason for losing the marks, why your total marks is coming down, where you should improve with respect to the answers, which answers has to be reduced while writing, which answers has to be focused, where you have to underline, where you have to like cut down the answer. All those things are given with all the suggestions in the answer while evaluating. All those things are taken care by us. So make sure that you take the resources in a useful manner, and sorry, if you really still written now foundation examination waiting for foundation results, want to join for intermittent classes, anyway we are there, always there to help. You can contact us for all the classes also, for all the test series also. So take care, your success is our priority. So take care boys, see you then. Till then, but if you find this video useful, try to share it with all of your friends who might need this. Again, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon. Bye bye. See you soon. Thank you.